Let's say hypothetically that you have a house to sell, you live in upstate New York, you have a cousin named Sally who lives 3 counties over, still in the state of New York, and you decide, I'll just list my house with her. Sounds like a good idea, right? Hmm. Well, I have my license in New York State, and technically I could list in Rochester and Buffalo, but I'm going to tell you why that's not a good idea in this short video. So stay tuned. Here are 7 reasons why you should consider working with a local realtor. Reason number 1, a local agent knows the local market. No one knows the local market like a local agent. For example, somebody who's lived there a long time, who's studied the data, who's had a lot of listings, who's worked with a lot of buyers, who knows that one side of Corning is super hot if you have a Victorian, and another zip code, if you have something that's overpriced, it's going to not sell quickly. People who work in the neighborhood know the neighborhood. And realtors especially, it's our job in staff meetings to know the local market. We know the trends, we know what's hot, we know what's not, we know what buyers want because we hear it firsthand. It's what we do every day. Reason number 2, a local agent has a network of contacts that a seller needs. For example, when you go to sell your house, there's not just yourself and your attorney. There's so many more people, and a local realtor knows the surveyors, the home inspectors, the plumbers, the appraisers, and there's so many more people involved in the sale of a house. You'd be amazed. Landscaping, maybe something comes up in the home inspection that needs to be repaired. Only a local agent has these contacts. If you're working with somebody who's from out of the area, they'll be relying on you for all these folks. Reason number 3, a local agent has experience in the local sales process. Did you know that different forms are used in different parts of upstate New York? Rochester has different forms, Binghamton has different forms, Ithaca has different forms, Elmira Corning has different forms, and they're what the attorneys are used to. The local attorneys have their ways of doing things, and we know what they are. So a local agent has experience with the process, and we know the ups and downs, the ins and outs, that an outside agent just won't know. Number 4, a local agent knows local pricing trends. For example, right now it is definitely a hot seller's market, which is why I put the burning matchstick. And if you have a house to sell, it's a prime time to sell. Interest rates are low. Qualified buyers are out in numbers. There are sometimes competing offers. We know what these pricing trends are, and we can use them to your benefit. Number 5, a local agent has membership in the local multiple listing service. What does that mean? Doesn't sound like a big deal, but actually it really is. I'm a member of the Elmira Corning Regional Board of Realtors, and I pay dues twice a year and to be a member of this board. If an agent out of Rochester, for example, lists a house in Corning, for example, that agent is not familiar with how to list in this MLS. What does that mean? It means it'll show up on Zillow or Realtor.com, but for local realtors who are bringing buyers through that property, we will not have access to the disclosures and other required documents, the commission structure, agent notes, things that we rely on behind the scenes that you don't see. We don't have access to that unless that agent pays for a reciprocal listing, which costs that agent extra $100 or $50 to list it in our area. And then it's actually a cumbersome process. And I know when I've gone to do reciprocal listings in other areas, I have to learn how to jump through their hoops when I've just learned to jump through all my own complicated hoops. So believe me, it's not as easy as you think. Another reason why a local agent is preferred is because we're motivated to improve the community. A lot of real estate salespeople and agents and realtors We are landlords, we're property owners, we're property managers. Some are investors, some are house flippers. But the important thing to know is we are not just fly-by-nighters. We live in this community and we're vested in the community and we're trying to make it better. So everything we do is working to make our community better because this is where we live. And lastly, which piggybacks off the previous point, a local agent has a reputation to maintain. You want to work with a local agent who you know, like, and trust, right? And you want that agent to not just be some fly-by-night who comes in and has a vacation mentality, I can do whatever I want and then leave. We are vested in our reputation. Our reputation is everything in this business. We will be running into in the grocery stores, at sporting events, at Lowe's or Home Depot, at church or at school or whatever, at the mall. We have a reputation to maintain and it's critical. And lastly, I just want to end with the fact that I'm local and this is the area I serve. And I thank you so much.